Hi everybody, welcome to Shiloh's Farmstead, where we are growing food, sharing gardening tips, and showing you that you don't need a huge farm to grow amazing food. I am so glad you're here. Let's get growing. So y'all want to hear a joke? When I was planting my seeds, I did a whole thing of showing y'all how I did this. And I thought I pressed record, but I'm not going to tell y'all how old I am. Anyways, here are the seeds that we planted about, I want to say it was about 2 weeks ago. So here's my cabbage, my tatsoi, and basically all I did is put my soil in there and put the seeds in and sprinkle a little soil over them. On the back side of your seed package, it tells you how deep you actually need to plant your seeds. I like to plant multiple seeds, as you can see. That way it gives me a better germination rate, just in case, if you put just one in there and it's a chance that that one may not germinate. So I do put more than one seed inside when I'm planting. So you get your first set of leaves and then you get your second set, which is your true set. Once I start getting those, then I go in and I thin these out. And I don't pull them out because you risk damaging the roots of your plants. So I take scissors and I just cut out the ones that I do not want. And as you see, I have a whole setup for a grow closet where I put my seeds so that they can germinate. This right here, these are my Brussels sprouts. When you don't have your seeds close to the light, they become what's called leggy, where they start growing really tall because they're reaching for the light. But these are okay because when I do, I'm gonna repot it. And when I repot it, I'll just plant it deeper in. So we don't have to throw them away, they're still good. But you want to make sure that when you're putting your seeds, if you're starting them inside under light, you want to put them as close to the light so they can germinate and they don't become leggy. So I am going to water my seeds now. When you're watering them, you want to water them from the bottom. Don't pour water on top, because if you do, you risk the chance of spreading disease to your plants when you water them from the top. So I water them from the bottom. I have the paper towel in there to catch the excess water. And then I catch rainwater and I put it in my little old juice jugs. So just pour a little bit of water in there. And I set it down in there. And how I know when they're good in water is the top of the plants. Right now they're like a lighter brown. Once it gets saturated with water, they'll get a darker brown. You'll be able to see that they're actually wet. People also question, when do you start fertilizing your seedlings? So what I do is when my seedlings get their actually true leaves, the true second set of leaves, and this one has a better example, like these. When they get those, when these leaves actually get a little bit bigger than these, that's when I start fertilizing my plants, when they actually get their true leaves. So these are like the first set of leaves on your plants. So like I said, I wait till they actually get their true leaves and these get a little bit bigger, then I start fertilizing my plants. And when there's seedlings like this, I want to say I fertilize maybe once a week. And because these are brassicas, I'm going to do something that's high in nitrogen, because nitrogen is good for leaf production. So I'm going to do something that's more higher in nitrogen. These need more nitrogen because they are leafy greens, and nitrogen helps what? Say it with me, leafy greens. And you want to check your seedlings daily as well to make sure everything is going good with them. You don't want them to dry out, get too dry, because then they'll start drooping. You might not kill them, but they'll start drooping. So we want to make sure we're checking them every day. And like I said, I like to water my seedlings from the bottom. We do bottom waterings here. You don't always have successful germination rates. So see, like this Premier Kale, only one popped up, these two didn't. And They may pop up because they do germinate at different rates. If you can see from my broccoli. See with my broccoli, you have some that's already up and some that's just popping up. So they may germinate at different rates. But nevertheless, that is why I say, in my Premier Kale seeds, they were a lot older. But that's why I say you plant more than one inside to give you a better chance of germination rate. All right, so you see how the top of the plants has changed color. So now it's darker. Now we know that it's time to pour the water out. And your seedlings are fully watered. I'm gonna let them soak on the paper towel for a little while to kind of get some of the excess water that's down there. Then we'll put it back in here and put it back under the grow lights.